I'm joined by Eliot Whitehouse, a new Wokingham and Embrook manager. Eliot, welcome to Wokingham and Embrook. How are you feeling having joined the club?
Yeah, firstly, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be a part of the club. Initial thoughts, only been real brief contact with, the first team reserves, the management staff and the board of directors. Really good impression, to be honest, made me feel really welcome and comfortable in the environment. And yeah, like I say, the first four sessions have really gone down well. So felt great.
Brilliant. And before joining the SUMAS, you're a part of the coaching setup at Marlow. What attracted you to apply for the manager's role here?
I think previously, as I'm sure you're aware, it was I was a coaching role, assistant manager, maybe not the guy that makes the decisions, and as much as it's a nice thing being able to want to make decisions, it's also you live and die by them decisions and can make the wrong ones at the same time. But yeah, it was really felt I was at that point in my career where I wanted to challenge myself at the next step of managing an environment rather than coaching and developing players.
Yeah, and you've had your first match away from home at Abbey Rangers, which gave you the chance to look at the current squad. What were your first thoughts when seeing the team in action?
Yeah, initially Abbey Rangers was a difficult one. It was my initial thought was to go in there and oversee the team, really see the connection between the current staff, players, board, etc., the roles, responsibilities, how I feel I could influence that and use them moving forward. Unfortunately, on the day, Sam Wilson, the current coach, had an illness, so I actually had to step in. So it was all a little bit overwhelming in that respect, not knowing the players, having to set them up tactically and organise a structure for the team. It wasn't easy, but it was a good start. Unfortunate result, but a promising start and a good foundation to work with for me.
We've just been promoted and we'll be playing in a higher level, up against a higher level of opposition. What can the Wokingham and Embrook fans look forward to in terms of style of play?
I think they'll probably be aware of me. Would love to have an expansive style of play where it's very attractive to watch, but I don't necessarily think that's going to, be a successful brand of football at this level. You have to be pragmatic, take into consideration the capabilities of the players, the quality of the pitches, the availability of players. So there's lots of factors that dictate, but generally I think my style of play will be quite pragmatic. Probably, a sort of a low block trying to counter attack. That will be our initial style of play. As we assess the squad and hopefully recruit one or two, maybe that will evolve moving forward.
Brilliant. And quite a crowd can gather sometimes at Lowther Road, especially. We have a group of teenage ultras with their Wokingham and Embrook flags, which position themselves by the opposition goal. Firstly, how much are you looking forward to leading the team at Lowther Road in our first home game later this month? And especially with this step up, how much of an impact do you think the fans can have to push the team on in our games?
No, I think firstly, I've been told about the ultras, so yeah, great to have support as much as we possibly can. In terms of the support, I think it'll be crucial for us. I know the boys actually have a real thing about Lowther Road and say that teams, when they come there, find it really difficult. So hopefully that's something we can prey on as a team on the pitch, but absolutely off the pitch, it will be crucial for us to get good support and back the boys to drive them on, really. So absolutely can't wait to see the crowds and introduce myself.
Yeah, and we got narrowly knocked out of the FA Cup before your arrival. What are your expectations of the season ahead?
Unfortunate result in the FA Cup. I know it's a closely contested tie, and Easington actually went through last night as well into the next round. So probably a missed opportunity there. In terms of the league, we're probably looking at stability this year. That will be, to stay in the league. If I'm being honest, you want to be ambitious and say mid-table and the top half, but also being a realist. You'd think that if you get out of one of them relegation zone spots and manage to survive, it will be a good season.
Brilliant. Obviously, looking past this season, what's your long-term goal with the club as manager? Is it looking towards promotion eventually from this division?
I think absolutely it's any manager's goal to try and win you know, I say the long-term ambition would always be to try and win leagues, but short-term, you just want to win every game. So, yeah, the ambition would be to progress. I guess that's dependent on, again, the ambition of the club, the capabilities of the club being able to progress to the next level. As you know, that the ground gradings become more stringent as you move up the levels, so it can be more demanding from a financial aspect, not only in a ground respect, but maybe in a player recruitment respect. So yeah, you know, have that ambition always, but it has to also tie in with what the club see fit.
Brilliant. Welcome to Wokingham and Embrook. We're all really excited for the future.
Brilliant. No, really appreciate it. Can't wait for it. Let's get going.